Just like we called out on our video last night, cryptos are starting to break out. Look at this. First and foremost, we have Dogecoin breaking out. Just like we called out last night through our TA, moving all the way from 21 cents. 21 cents just a couple of days ago, hitting nearly 28 cents. Dogecoin is setting up for a massive move. Let me also show you Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu ended up breaking out and confirming the symmetrical triangle pattern. We are potentially about to see a massive move here. Additionally, we have Bitcoin continuing to move up in a very, very big way, and this is looking juicy. The whole cryptocurrency market is about to make some massive moves. In this video, we're going to be talking about what is next, what is going to be happening, what should you do, what should you expect. So make sure you watch this video until the very end. You cannot miss what I have in store for you today. What's up, Myles? It is ladies and gentlemen here. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss these absolutely time-sensitive videos where I call out huge plays way before they happen. Make sure you smash up the like button and blow up the comment sections. Things you like, things you don't like, whatever you want to say, let me know in the comments below. But if you want to get access to these trade alerts, when to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, because I watch the charts all day, I understand the news, I have access to very important information that is not available to the public. With all of this information, I help you to understand when it's best to buy and when it's best to sell. You can join my Patreon right now for only $10 a month. The link will be in my video description below, where I also have services to teach you technical analysis. You can talk to me on the phone. I can build you a portfolio because you need to be diversified in the best cryptocurrency assets to make the most out of your money. Also, do not forget to follow my Instagram and Twitter, where I do put free, very important information. The links will be in my video description below. Make sure you follow them because there are many scammers in my name impersonating me in other accounts on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, and they are scamming people. So if you follow my accounts down below, you will not get scammed. Okay, so what we are seeing is Bitcoin and Dogecoin are pretty much the only cryptos that are in the green the last 24 hours. Now look at this. Dogecoin is up 7%. We are actually up a bit higher, but Dogecoin started to pop off for honestly no particular reason. But if we go on Twitter, we can see that Dogecoin is one of the most trending words on Twitter right now, which means the hype might be starting to get back up. Remember, when Dogecoin broke all-time highs, that was very close to the proximity or vicinity when Bitcoin broke all-time highs. And we know that Dogecoin usually always closely follows Bitcoin, but that has not been happening the last couple of weeks. But what we do know and what we can tell is that through history, we have seen after Bitcoin makes massive pumps and massive moves, that's when the altcoins start to make big pumps, and that's when the FOMO starts to come into the market. The reason why it happens is because we have these really big crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum that a lot of people honestly cannot afford to invest in. So they go into some of these altcoins that are easily to be able to be afforded, like Cardano, like XRP, like Dogecoin, like Shiba Inu. This is to allow the retail investors to catch a part of this bull run. But I do believe that Dogecoin will have another massive pump. It may be this year and maybe early next year. But in this bull run, which can be another 6 months to a year, the whole cryptocurrency market could see a bull run for that period of time. In this bull run, I believe that Dogecoin will have at least one major pump. And one major pump, I believe, will take it way above the all-time high. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Okay, so before we dive into technical analysis, before we really understand what's going to be happening, there's just a couple of very, very bullish news articles that I need to talk to you about. And Yoshi also wants to say hi. He hasn't been on TV in a while, but he just wants to say hi. He's been practicing his dancing skills. He's a professional backup dancer while he's not on camera. And he has not been on the camera for quite some time. Now let me know what you think about Yoshi in the comments below as well. So one of the main reasons that we are seeing a lot of green in the cryptocurrency market is because of this Bitcoin Futures ETF, which is going to start trading on Tuesday. A lot of times, as we have seen historically for Bitcoin, whenever there's been a big Bitcoin event happening, like the CME future, there's just been the Coinbase listing, there's been a lot of very bullish things that have happened in the past for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And a lot of times, these very events have triggered pretty big sell-offs in the crypto market. But I don't think that this ETF, which is going to be started trading tomorrow, is going to cause a huge sell-off in the market, because everything about Bitcoin, everything about cryptocurrencies right now is bullish. The sentiment, what's happening on-chain data, what's happening in the news, what's happening all across the world, everything that's related to Bitcoin right now and cryptocurrencies is extremely bullish, and there's not much bearish things to say about Bitcoin. So the ETF will be approved, and this is going to have a drastic effect on the price of Bitcoin. It's not going to have a drastic effect on the price of Bitcoin right now, because it doesn't just mean trillions of dollars will automatically be put into Bitcoin. It's going to have a drastic long-term effect, something that's going to help to push the longevity of Bitcoin up much higher. So we could see volatility tomorrow, we could see volatility tonight, but honestly, I think it's just going to be bullish. That's going to push up the price of Bitcoin, most likely beyond all-time highs. Moving on, look at this. Shiba Inu eyes much while 90% breakout pattern as Shiba price paints a textbook bull pattern. So this bull pattern is a bullish flag, which it is breaking out of right now. Look at this. This technical analysis, as we can see on the chart, is showing this bullish pennant, which is what we just showed you earlier. We can easily see the bullish flag right here, as marked by this green flagpole. So this is generally a very, very bullish sign. And if we zoom all the way into the Shiba Inu price, we have seen this thing play out over and over again. Look at this. This is a miniature bullish flag where you have a big flagpole. That's all you have to look for, followed by it goes down and then consolidates, right? So it's the same exact pattern as we were seeing above there. Almost, it could be some type of triangle pattern, generally symmetrical triangle or a descending triangle, where it pumps up and goes down and consolidates, and then boom, massive moves to the upside. And we see that over and over again. Look at this. Before the last move to the upside, bullish flag, and then look, it went up. So we are seeing the same exact pattern play out right now, which means that Shiba Inu might actually take off again. And since we are seeing Dogecoin pop off, Shiba Inu setting up for a huge play, these altcoins, especially Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, could have a massive breakout here very soon. Now, let me show you this. This is actually very, very good for cryptos. So Grayscale, they are the largest holder of Bitcoin in the entire world. And what they have is a Bitcoin trust, a bunch coupled with Ethereum trust, Cardano trust, a bunch of other altcoin trusts, which are basically stocks in the stock market that you can gain exposure to these cryptocurrencies. They're not ETFs, they are trusts. They're very, very similar though, because they're actually backed by the cryptocurrency that you are investing in. But you do have to pay a premium, so it's not one for one. So you have to basically break them off a percentage in order to be able to do that in your trading portfolio on a stock exchange. But what they are trying to do is that they are trying to convert their Bitcoin trust into a Bitcoin settled ETF. So the ETF that was done today, that's going to be approved and fully implemented tomorrow on the New York Stock Exchange, is a futures ETF, which means it's a little bit more complicated, but it's not as bullish as a Bitcoin settled price ETF, which means that the futures ETF is people basically betting on Bitcoin, whether it's going to go up or down. That's kind of like the futures stuff. But a Bitcoin settled ETF means that the ETF is actually backed by real Bitcoin. So that means the ETF, they actually have to have the spot Bitcoin on their account, buying on these spot exchanges of regular Bitcoin exchanges and holding it there and allowing people to get access to it through that means. A Bitcoin futures ETF, they don't have to do that, but they are responsible for the Bitcoin. They do have to buy Bitcoin. There is an allocation of funds to Bitcoin, but it's not as much as it would be for a Bitcoin spot or a Bitcoin price settled ETF. So Grayscale, they're trying to convert the largest holdings of Bitcoin in the entire world to a spot ETF, which means that instead of having the trust, which they of course own most of the Bitcoin in the world, they would actually convert it to a spot ETF, meaning that people will most likely not have to pay so high of a premium, and that they would have more of an impact by buying the Bitcoin ETF for the whole crypto market, so that more people that buy the Bitcoin ETF, it's like buying Bitcoin on the spot exchanges. And this would be very, very good. And that would help to push up Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies much faster than an ETF by futures. The Bitcoin futures ETF is just the gateway to the spot ETF. So it would be likely, it's very possible that we could get a Bitcoin spot ETF approved this very year. But the SEC, the head, Gary Gensler, said that the futures ETF will be the start. We'll see how it works. If it works, everyone's fine with it. Then we'll move to a Bitcoin spot ETF. And then I'm sure in the future, there's going to be altcoin ETFs, which is also going to be very good. So this futures ETF is paving the way for trillions of dollars to enter into the crypto market. And that's how Bitcoin, that's how these altcoins will be able to move so high and so fast. All right, so let's go back into technical analysis. So we have Dogecoin breaking out right now. Ended up breaking out of this pattern, and it's looking like we got a little bit of a pullback, which is, if we zoom in, a bullish flag, right? So at any moment, we're looking to maybe get a smaller pullback and bounce off this level of support, or potentially bounce off here, and we could be heading to 30 cents here very soon for Dogecoin. So this is very, very exciting. But remember, none of this is financial advice, it's just my own opinion. And if you want a great platform to buy and sell cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin, like Shiba Inu, and others, use my WEBULL link in my video description below. If you deposit $100 using my link, they will send you 2 free stocks worth up to $4,000. So I also have some other very important news through technical analysis. So the Bitcoin dominance actually broke out of this long level of resistance and is starting to head up. This means that Bitcoin is setting up for a massive move right now. We know that Bitcoin is very, very close to the all-time highs. Let me show you this. Bitcoin is literally 4% away from the all-time highs. When Bitcoin breaks the all-time highs, this will potentially bring Bitcoin to $70,000 to $80,000 very, very quickly, because a lot of people bought at the top of Bitcoin earlier this year. They're not going to be selling. There's not a lot of people. Why? There's no reason to be selling at the all-time highs. Why would somebody sell at the all-time highs? Because there's no level of resistance. This is when people are going to make their money. A lot of times when the all-time highs are broken, there are massive pumps following that. So the Bitcoin dominance is going up. Bitcoin is going up, looking very good. Ethereum ended up getting a little bit of a pullback, but this is looking very, very good. Ethereum this morning had some volatility, but we ended up getting a double bottom. This is a bullish reversal signal, which means we might be pushing past above $4,000, this $4,000 level of resistance, which we have not been able to break for quite some time. It's been several months. So if Ethereum can break past $4,000, Ethereum is on its very way to break the all-time highs, which we know when the all-time highs are broken, we could see some massive things. If Ethereum breaks the all-time high, which is approximately $4,400, we could see the upside of $5,000 to $6,000 very quickly. That could happen in a week's time or less. So we must get ready for these massive moves taking off. Most of the other cryptos, other than the ones we've already mentioned, they're not extremely bullish, but they are trading sideways. A lot of them are trading sideways, not making any massive moves. So nothing to be taking a notice with them at this very point. But all the cryptos that I mentioned, these are the ones that are going to be making these massive moves. And if you want to know what to buy and sell, then make sure you join that Patreon, where I have a 5,000 member Discord. I have so many services to help you make money in cryptocurrencies. But if you like this video, make sure you smash up the like button, blow up the comment section. I will see you all later.